if you can't escape from doing it, then trust me, that's your purpose. Don't tell nobody. This thing is not easy. Watch me walk into my purpose.
What goes on in this house stays in this house. I don't talk about my feelings to other people. Girl, that's for white folks. Black folks, we got this. I'm gonna just go to Jesus and pray about it. I'm not weak. I'm not crazy. These are some of the common things I hear when I tell people what I do for a living. See, I'm a mental health therapist.
Well, I think when the depression has reached a state of suicidal ideation or even an intent or plan, then definitely you need to go to a higher level of care right away, especially if it's a persistent thought. You know, sometimes people who are depressed will say, well, I had a flicker of a thought, like maybe I'd be better off dead, but I'm not really going to do anything about it, and also it was just a quick flicker. I mean, maybe they're still okay, but when you find that it's chronic and you can't get rid of it and you're kind of almost obsessing about it, when you feel that level of hopelessness or helplessness, then I think it's time to look into a higher level.
Okay, I don't want to go in detail about it. I went through some pretty heavy combat in Afghanistan. Yeah, I felt a sense of guilt, and pretty much just guilt after I got back from it. Some guys, and the good guys didn't, like most of the group of friends didn't make it home. I didn't, the way I processed those feelings were, I didn't notice, but I would just go out and I started drinking a lot, being angry all the time.
For those of us in our culture that are growing older and experiencing depression, this can be a particularly difficult time in our lives. No one likes the process of aging. We often complain about it. And these are times where we can be very prone to experiencing significant depressions.
So it's like, I've already done 3 years worth of traveling without my parents, and that's like so strange to me. And I've had moments, especially with, me having a child, but even if I didn't have my son, I would still be going through, emotional battles and staying motivated and stuff. And there are days, especially in the morning times, because PT is 6:30, you have to be there at least 10-20 minutes prior. So
depression is one of the most common mental disorders in the United States and affects an estimated 17 million people each year. Black men are just as likely as anyone to have depression, but less likely to get help for it. Left untreated, depression can lead to chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, sexual dysfunction, substance abuse, and even death. According to the Centers for Disease Control, suicide is the third leading cause of death for African American males aged 15 through 24. Black men can no longer live in silence and in the shadows of this treatable condition.